So Victaulic just came out with their new steam fittings. They're now available. They'll be showcasing them at ASHRAE. Figured we're going to ASHRAE, so I put this quick little video together of the new steam fittings. So first off, we had to get those built through our building data content. So if I go into Revit, into our add fittings, and go to the database under pressure fittings, and I scroll down to Victaulic here, you'll notice that those steam fittings are currently not available. We've got just about everything else in there, but those are brand new, off the shelf. They're being released here shortly. So let's take a look at how we're going to get those into our database. So we're going to come down, we're going to close this, come down to our BD Update Manager, go to Refresh Available Fittings List, and we're going to go ahead and check for new content on the website. Okay, so we've got about 1,800 new fittings. I haven't ran updates here in a little bit, so definitely a lot of new content. So it is downloading a little over 1,800 families right now, and once that's completed, we'll have new families that we can add into our systems. All right, so now that content's downloaded, let's take a look at what we've got. So if I go to the Add Fittings tab now, Imperial Pressure Victaulic, and those are called OGS fittings, so here they are, galvanized fittings. We've got the Schedule 40 and Schedule 80, and then the groove couplings are in their own folder. So if we were to take a look at those, I've already got a Victaulic system here with some pipe. Let's just grab the new coupling, and we'll drag that into the system here. So that's basically creating that family into the project and adding it to our system. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the default of that fitting so that we can have a specific one just for that OGS. And these are the sizes available. And then it's basically grooved end female by grooved end female, and we'll say OK. And that'll be added to our system, and then we can use that for this new OGS type coupling. And there it is on our system. So now let's just grab a couple of fittings. Let's just grab a 90 here. So we'll grab the long radius 90, drag that over. And as you know, this is downloading that Revit content into the file itself and placing it into the template. Okay, now we get the size. Same thing here, grooved end female by grooved, oh, actually it says grooved end male. We'll change that, and we'll say OK. All right, so now let's go ahead and we'll change the default fittings here to this coupling and this elbow. So now that'll come off of those two, and then we'll use that to see these new groove couplings. I'm gonna go ahead and just tab through some of this and get rid of it here, and let's take a look, see what we got. So let's go ahead and tab spacebar to inherit the size, elevation. Let's come up to, let's say, 14 feet, come over, and let's fill that in. And we should have the new OGS fittings and couplings. So let's take a look here. Let's double click on this. You can see the order number, item information, the Omni class. And if I click here, this will go ahead and open up the cut sheet. And there it is. There are the new OGS fittings that Victaulic is showcasing at ASHRAE this year. And once again, you can click on the fittings themselves. The fittings also will have a cut sheet, model number information. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's take it one step further here. Why don't we go ahead and spool this? So we'll open up our spool dialog box. Let's go ahead and set up some spool preferences here. So let's pick a template we want to use. We'll call this chilled water supply. Give it a spool map that we're in, and we'll save that. So that's a template that we're going to use. And let's go ahead and verify we're in that view so we can match up our basically 3D views. So let's stick in this view here, because that's the view we want to match. And we'll come over and select that. And we'll spool the first run here. And let's get the elbow, and we'll leave the coupling there. And we'll spool this. So we say create spool. And in less than 5 seconds, we'll have a spool template, spool sheet with schedules and everything in it. So there's spool number 1, turns blue, and then we'll grab this, and we'll create the next spool. All right, so now we've got 2 spools. See the color change in there, blue, red. In the interface over here, we'll now see the 2 spools. Okay. And we can go ahead and open them up directly from this view. And now I've got them tagged inside of here. Plan view, ISO view, and the schedule. Once again, it's those new OGS ones. And if we come in here, maybe this view we don't want to see tags, so we'll just go ahead and turn them off. And we'll deactivate that. So now we've got our multiple views, our schedules, already pre-tagged, and we've got 2 spools. So we got 1 and 2, and so there's your ISO, your plan, and then this is a side view. Of course, this tag's going to be right on the pipe, so we can always move that off, turn the leader on, do that kind of stuff as far as what we want to show. So pretty quickly, we've got our spool sheets, multiple views, and the new OGS fittings. So those of you that are going to ASHRAE and you're interested in using those new fittings and you want to draw them as soon as possible and fabricate, well, Siskiyou and Building Data, we have a solution for you. Thank you for your time.